And here we go. So we have a six game NFL slate for preseason football. The Saturday slate. We're not breaking down the early. This is the main slate though that starts at 6. Before we begin, always like one for me. Definitely subscribe to Hudson Antonio. No, it's free. It takes 2 seconds to hit the like button for me. It again, it helps me out. Be nice to somebody today. If you want to leave a comment, rude, mean, nice, whatever you want to do, leave a comment that helps me out too as well. So enough of that. We're going to talk about the six game slate. It's a doozy. So we got some things to talk about. Obviously all the prices are the same because we'll keep that in mind. It's play who you want. So we're going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The over and under is at 37. Jacksonville's favored by 4.5. And I also have my article that I have pulled up with the notes with the games and then my player pool of who I like. It's free. I'll post it pretty shortly. So if y'all don't want to listen to this video, if y'all just want to go to the quick look at the website, go for it. Either way, it helps me out getting y'all some getting the viewers some help to make lineups. It makes me happy whenever I'm helping somebody else. So again, we're gonna start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, Talking about the Steelers, they will not see the field. Um, so Noah A-Rod, I don't imagine Mason Rudolph is going to see a lot of run either. Will Howard, though, is banged up. I believe it's a hand injury. Hasn't been ruled out. Yeah, he can make an appearance in the finale. Yeah. So Skylar Thompson is going to be the go-to guy. I think he's going to see a lot of reps. I think this is going to be kind of his playing field to where throw him out there, and if he plays the whole entire game, I could see it. I could certainly see it. Running back wise, I'm not really getting to Warren. Caleb Johnson, the bulldozer. I am expecting him to get the goal line work. I do like him. I'm not really getting to Kenneth Gainwell though. I didn't even know he signed on the Steelers, to be honest with you. That's wild. And Trey Sermon. So, oh wow. I'm not expecting game Warren. I'm not really expecting much of Gainwell. Evan Hull, kind of gross to me. So it's mainly just Caleb Johnson. Um, Going to receivers, no DK, no Austin, no Woods. Roman Wilson's the guy I don't know what to do with because Aaron Rodgers is saying he needs to get out of his head and he needs reps. Uh, he's playing with the starters though. I don't know if he's going to stay out or not. So I would watch the news on that. Then you have jumping down to Scotty Miller. I remember him from the Buccaneers, Ben Skoranek, kind of a special team sort of guy. Brandon Johnson, I don't mind getting to. McCutcheon from, I'd say, wasn't he on the Rams as well? I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Um, Rock Taylor, and then going to tight end. Darnell Washington, kind of the big man. In the red zone, I like him for just because, like I said, if he's gonna be in the end zone, they're gonna throw it to him. If they're getting close to the goal line and he's out there, I'm telling you, Skylar Thompson will look for him in the end zone. Jonathan Smith and Pat Fryman aren't playing, so he's going to get a reps. I think Hayward's going to get rep as well. I don't mind interchanging one of them. I'm not really getting to any of those other guys. Um, Going to the Jaguars. Also, keep in mind the six game slate. We're trying to find places where we know the reps are going to get condensed. To where there's not a lot of options. I mean, look at this receivers, or look at all these receivers on the Jaguars. That's a lot. So we're looking for condensed um teams. Going to the Jaguars, they plan to play their starters. I don't know how much though. Again, four quarterbacks. I'm not really getting to Wolford. I'm not getting to Mullins. I'm not getting to Seth Hennigan. There ain't no way. Running back wise, this is where we want to focus on. I think it's the Tootin show. Give me some Tootin. I'm gonna get a lot of him. I think LaQuint Allen is gonna see. I have to see run. This is yeah. We're not gonna get 18 or Bigsby a ton of because again, there's five. So I'm gonna play a lot of Tutton. And he's looked good in camp. So yeah, sign me up for Tutton. Receivers wise, no Thomas. I don't know about Travis Hunter. Yeah, he's slated to play both receiver and corner. I don't like it. I think I'm just gonna go drop down to Parker Washington. Um, Let's say he's looked great. Trenton Irwin, I think he could see some run as well. And then there's not really many young guys that I really want to harp on, to be honest with you. Tight end wise, Hunter Long, I don't mind that. Let's say he's looked good as well. Going to Dallas. It's the Joe Milton show, and we're just living in it. I'm playing a lot of Joe Milton. That's not my Dallas Cowboys bias aside. Like push that. I still would play Joe Milton a ton because look at this. The Cowboys are not going to play their starters. But say Dak is already not anticipating to play. He's not expected to suit up. I don't think Will Grier's going to see a lot of runs, so I think it's going to be the Joe Milton show. And we're just living in it. Um, give me Joe Milton. And we're going to skip running back for a second. Give me him and Brooks, who connected on that 83-yard bomb. I wanted him, and I want Flournoy. Campbell already got waived, so keep that in mind. I think we're going to see some of Trayshawn Holden as well. Um, but yeah, Brooks, Flournoy, and Holden are who I'm looking at on the Cowboys. And going to running back, and this is where we also need to talk about. I expect Javonte Williams to see run. Miles Sanders is injured. Jaden Blue is lazy and injured. So the Dukes Vaughn and Phil Maffa. If you remember Phil Maffa from the Clemson Tigers, who looked great, I'm going to play a lot of Phil Maffa. I'm going to play a lot of Deuce Vaughn. And Hunter Luepke is just basically a fullback, so don't expect him to see run. It's going to be Vaughn and it's going to be Maffa seeing the most run. And then tight end, I'm not really looking at much, maybe some Schoonmaker, but again, he played starting snaps last season or saw snaps last season. So I don't expect him. I don't expect him to run him out there very much. On the Rams. So talking about the Rams plan to rest their starters, especially Matthew Stafford looking injured. They're not going to want to play Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's going to be Stetson Bennett. Um, I want to focus on Joe Milton so bad. But I'm going to get to some of Stetson Bennett as well. Running back wise, Hunter, I do like Ronnie Rivers. I don't know if Blake Corum's going to see a bunch of run or not. So I would kind of stray away from that. I would pivot to Hunter. Receivers, I'm not expecting Puka, no Devontae Adams, no Atwell, Jordan Whittington. I'm anticipating him to be a starter. Yeah, number three spot, battling with Tutu Atwell. I don't think he's going to see a run. It's going to be Muffield who has looked great. I like him. I like Britton Covey, special team sort of guy. Um, Mario Williams, yeah. Tight end wise, give me some Davis Allen. Week 19 performance. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. The touchdown. But yeah, I'm gonna play some Davis Allen. Tennessee and Tampa Bay. So the Titans plan the play starters playing the series of two. Cam Ward, I don't think they're gonna want to trot out there a ton of. I think they're gonna want to see him play maybe a series or two, yeah. Absolutely not. Get this guy off my screen. Absolutely not. Am I playing Tim Boyle? Running back wise, it's condensed. That's what we like. So Julius Chestnut, I'm gonna look at Mullings as well. Going to receiver, lots of rookies that you can look at. Xavier Resperto, Alec Amanor. Looking at Dyke, yeah, I mean, and then yeah, but that's a yeah, Alec Dyke and then Xavier, yeah, would be the main rookies. Titans, but don't play him. He got weighed. Um, Trent Sherfield, or no, that's not Trent. Sorry, TJ. I thought that was Trent. My bad. Tight end wise, Gunnar Helm, I think is the main go-to guy that you can look at. Certainly, if you want to get a tight end or two, and then going to Tampa Bay. So on the Tampa Bay side of the ball, we don't have, or we should have news. Did I not add that? I'll have to add that. Yeah, I don't think we have news. So Pratt's out. Baker Mayfield, if he may see a series or two. But I think it's going to be mainly some McConnor, who I think is the go-to guy here. To see snaps. I don't think they're going to want to try out Kyle Trask too much. Um, again, we may get a half, we may get a quarter. I mean, a quarter. I don't know. Running back wise, it's going to be Sean Tucker mainly for me. Just because, like I said, I don't expect him to play Bucky Irving or Rashad Whitehead too much. So I'm going to get to some of Sean Tucker. Ibuka, I do like. And then, yeah, Tez Johnson, who's looked great. I expect him to see a run. Ryan Miller, I think, is going to see a lot of run as well. I like both of those guys. Tight end wise, I'm not really getting anybody. Jets. So looking at the Jet starters, will suit up. Um, I do not trust this Jets team whatsoever, to be honest with you. Maybe some Adrian Martinez, maybe. Running back wise, though, I don't expect Braylon Allen or Brees Hall to see a lot of runs. So again, I'm going to get to some of Donovan Edwards, and I do like Isaiah Davis just a little bit, just because, like I said, he's going to have to see some run. I'm not getting the Keen, I'm not getting the Tolifi. And then receivers wise, not much really stands out receivers wise. Tyler Johnson, the Ram product, I like him a little bit. Um, some of Brandon Smith maybe. Green Bay though, I'm not playing all four because apparently they're going to try to rotate all four in this first game. That's a big stay away from me. But I do want some running backs. I do want some Chris Brooks. I do want some Israel. Just because, like I said, no Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, um, and Emmanuel Wilson are both injured. So yeah, it's going to be the Israel show and Chris Brooks. Receivers wise, Savion Williams, the fast speedy product of TCU. I like that. I like him. Malik Heath. Um, we'll see some run. Will Shepard. Remember him from Colorado? I like both of them. Tight end wise, just find somebody with not who's not going to score zero, man. But again, I'm not going to get into any tight ends on the Green Bay side. Going to Kansas City. This is the trap that I don't know what to do with. Am I falling for the trap or not? Just like the Bengals. Andy Reid said that the starters are going to play a quarter. A quarter. So Patrick Mahomes for a quarter against this Arizona defense? Yes, sign me up any day of the week. I'm going to play a lot of Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to get burned. I want to play all that Isaac Pacheco, and I'm going to get burned. But I do like Elijah Mitchell as a side note. Xavier Worthy, I'm going to have to get to. Sky Moore, I like. Thornton, if you remember him from the Patriots, I like him. Has some upside as well. Travis Kelce, I'm going to play some Kansas City and it's going to hurt me or it's going to, I'm either going to love it or I'm going to hate it. One of the two. On the Cardinals side, the starters will suit up and start. I'm not really getting any quarterbacks on the Arizona side. Maybe some Michael Carter. Pass got you back. Maybe. But you also have Jedi Dallas right here, who's also a pass got you back. Um, Simi Fuuko, I like. Yeah, it's the main guy I'm really gonna get to, I think, on the Cardinals. Not a lot I like though. Not a ton I like. Going to Denver. So no news that I saw just yet. But maybe some Ellinger. But again, we have Milton here. We have Mahomes here. We have other options. RJ Harvey, the fifth on the depth chart back, by the way. As Sean Payton said, don't believe it. It's just he always puts rookies on the bottom, but I expect RJ Harvey to see some run here. Receiver, I like Bryant, I like Franklin. Pat Bryant from Illinois, if you remember him from last year. Trent Sherfield. Yeah, I knew he was on the slate. What was I thinking? Tight end wise, not really anything. So Sanford we need to talk about because they just signed Tanner Mordecai today. And Rourke is out. I don't expect Purdy to play. So yeah, to sit out this slate. So Mac Jones and Mordecai, they're gonna see reps. I think they could see each a half. Running back wise, they're all beat up as well. Patrick Taylor season for me. I'm gonna play a lot of Patrick Taylor. Receivers wise, do you want Terrell Owens' son? So out of Missouri State, Jordan Watkins, I'm gonna like. He returned to practice, but yeah, somebody's gonna have to see some rest. Isaiah Hodges, who should see some run. Tight end wise, not really much I really want to get to. So, but that is the 6 game slate for us. And then thank you for tuning in. It was a great CFS, and everybody have a good one.